And we have an update tonight on a story we first brought to you on 23 ABC earlier this week. We have new details into a child abuse case that has a 5-year-old girl struggling to survive. Virginia Rodriguez and Jesse Brown were arrested over the weekend after police found a child with life-threatening injuries at a home on Cedar Street. A new report reveals that detectives found the child had swelling to her head, bruises, and what appeared to be cigarette burns. The two also admitted to tying up the girl to prevent her from wandering around at night. The child was taken to Valley Children's Hospital in Madera, where at last check she was in critical condition. Rodriguez and Brown are now facing several felonies, including attempted murder and torture. Well, the case is just another sad reminder of how vulnerable children in our community can be. 23 ABC's Chris Arnellis is live now with how authorities say we can all help fight the problem of child abuse. Chris?
Well, Jackie, this is the house where the alleged abuse happened. Now, Child Protective Services says they see about 1,800 reports of abuse or neglect every month, and nearly 2/3 of those come from people who are required by law to report, such as teachers. But they say they rely on the rest of us, people in a community like this one, to help keep the voiceless safe. We want to start by giving you the number for the 24-hour child abuse hotline, 631-6011. Put it in your cell phone or write it down. We will put up the number again in a moment.
Our most important resource in doing our job is the community.
Officials say if you believe a child's life is in immediate danger, you should call 911.
We also rely upon every neighbor, family, friend to also call and let us know if they are aware of any child that may be at risk of abuse or neglect.
There are several keys to reporting child abuse. The first, to report the abuse quickly and not to wait.
The injuries may be gone, the family may have disappeared or moved, so we encourage people to call us right away.
State law governs how quickly they respond, and reports that aren't as immediate don't get responded to first.
If it's pretty vague, it can delay the response time because we have to do a little bit more research, or it may not rise to the level based on the information for us to go out.
They say the other key is details: time, place, address, what you saw, and names of people in the family. All help caseworkers get to the child quicker.
We try and gather as much information as possible about the allegations so that we can make an assessment as to our response time.
And if you're wondering whether those calls translate into helping kids in Kern County, of the 1,800 reports they get a month, over half are substantiated and the department intervenes.
From there, we'll make a decision whether or not that child can stay in the home.
CPS says you don't have to have proof to call the hotline.
Their information will be anonymous, so they do not have to leave their names or telephone numbers.
Experts say child abuse is most deadly for kids under 5 because there are no teachers or other mandated reporters to speak up for the child.
Children who are under the age of 5, sometimes they're at home, and so they're not being seen by like daycare providers or teachers.
So ask yourself this question: is there a child that you know that may be abused or neglected? If so, call the 24-hour child abuse hotline at 631-6011. Todd?